The next objective, to write a formula for any compound when given its name, turning the words into a balanced chemical formula. In our first example, carbonic acid. Clearly I can recognize it's an acid. Therefore, automatically I know it's going to start with hydrogen, and I know hydrogen will be a +1 charge. Using my acid chart, I do not hear the prefix hydro. I hear an ending 8. The rule says if I hear root word ic, acid, that the original ending must have been an ATE. We only hear hydro if it ended with "ide." Hydro root word ic is "ide." This clearly does not have hydro, so ic came from 8. We need to find carbonate, the polyatomic ion ending ATE. Carbonate on our polyatomic chart, here it is, carbonate, CO3 - 2. Carbonate is a polyatomic ion, a group of atoms acting as a unit carrying a charge, carrying a -2. H is a +1, carbonate a -2, better crisscross. H2CO3 is our formula for carbonic acid. Number 2, ammonium oxalate. This is not an acid. I notice it is not ending in "ide." Therefore, it is not binary. If I'm hearing 8 or "ite," I know that polyatomic ions are involved. That I'm going to use my polyatomic chart to find the positive ammonium and hook it to the negative oxalate. Ammonium, NH4 +1. Oxalate, C2O4 with a -2. Two polyatomic ions hooking together. One is a +1 and the other is a -2. Ammonium, NH4, carries a +1 charge. Oxalate, C2O4, with a -2 charge. Crisscross those charges, and we read this by saying NH4 taken twice, C2O4, ammonium oxalate. Number 3, copper, Roman numeral 2, perchlorate. Copper 2, perchlorate. ATE ending, 8 and ite are my clue that they're polyatomics. Copper has a symbol Cu. The Roman numeral is telling me it's a +2 charge. Not how many, but the charge it's carrying. The 8 ending on the last name says go to work finding the name on the polyatomic chart. Happens to be on the very bottom of the first side. Perchlorate, ClO4 -1. 1 chlorine and 4 oxygens acting as a group of atoms carrying a charge. Perchlorate. ClO4, it's a -1. We'll need a group of atoms taken twice, so we'll use a parenthesis. Copper, Roman numeral 2, perchlorate is CuClO4 taken twice. Number 4, dichlorine monofluoride. I'm hearing prefixes in the name. Prefixes indicate binary molecular. We let the prefix guide us to the number to place after the symbol. So dichlorine is telling us there's 2 chlorines in our formula. And monofluoride is 1 fluorine. Cl2F, dichlorine monofluoride. Number 5, manganese, Roman numeral 2, hydroxide. Manganese is an element in the heartland of I need a Roman numeral. Manganese is the symbol Mn. It's going to carry a +2 charge. The Roman numeral tells us that. Hydroxide is our polyatomic ion in the first column. Cyanide and hydroxide, those are those 2 polyatomics that we hear "ide" endings. They're a group of atoms acting as a unit. So OH, and it's a -1. We'll know we need to crisscross. Manganese with its +2, hydroxide with its -1. I need 2 groups of hydroxide. MnOH taken twice. be sure to include the parenthesis, otherwise the 2 is just talking to the H and we want 2 groups of OH. Manganese 2 hydroxide, MnOH taken twice.